you're stuck in a 9 to 5 and you know you want more out of life. I went from getting laid off at 29 with nothing to running a remote business that pays me more than my corporate job ever could, working under 10 hours a week, and this is my story. So when I first fell in love with entrepreneurship, or at least the idea of entrepreneurship, I think really occurred during college. And I was always fascinated and inspired by everyone's individual story. Everyone had a different story. Everyone had a different background. And I always thought it was such an amazing thing that they forged their own path and became successful. And to me, that was always where my mind was going. I wanted to emulate, for whatever reason. I think it was just the independence of it all, but become that type of entrepreneur that lives that kind of lifestyle and makes their own path for themselves. I think a lot of people look up to you. And I think for me, deep down, like I always just wanted to make my parents proud. So that's really where entrepreneurship for me, I think, first became a thing in terms of what I wanted to accomplish and why. And I think initially what I thought would get there was I had to build this big company. I think when you first don't know about the world as much and you're younger, you just see the headlines. And the headlines are obviously the biggest things happening in the world. Think, Facebooks and Ubers of the world, and thinking, hey, I got to build the next Snapchat. Original idea that no one's ever heard of before to be that person, that's a successful entrepreneur. So my journey into entrepreneurship is a little bit back and forth is what I'll say. Right out of school and college, I actually joined a cleaning startup and worked there for a few years. And that was my first exposure to entrepreneurship, but not actually the person who started the company, right? So trying to get exposure through that, I learned a lot about processes and scaling through that journey. So I can tell you from firsthand experience, I did all kinds of dumb business ideas. I did things like, hey, let's start doing music, right? That lasted for, under 6 months until I realized there's no money in that unless you're at the very top. I tried to do an Amazon FBA business, right? So I bought stuff from China, put it into my garage. I sold some of it, not many of it. I even tried day trading, which I think if any of you have tried it, it's one of the worst business models out there because you're literally competing against hedge funds with millions and sometimes billions of dollars and the smartest people in the world. And I even tried to do my own social media marketing agency, right? So I literally tried most things that everyone would see online and failed at every one. My mindset during that time was like, I got to get out of this situation and I'm just going to try something until it works. Looking back at probably one of the more interesting periods of time was when I had gone through all those things, right? Still didn't have anything that was working and got into crypto. It was, I think, 2021 during this period of time. And this was when it was absolutely ripping, right? You had COVID, you had the stimulus checks, you had all this capital going into the marketplace. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to retire off of this play for the next couple years and I'm going to be good, right? So that was where my mind was thinking, very short term, very gambler oriented at that time. That was also probably the biggest learning lesson for me. Now, obviously, you probably know where this is going to go. The market turned, there's a bank run, crypto collapsed. What seemed like days, everything that I gained was basically going to zero, right? It was basically going straight up, straight down. So I went through that whole experience thinking that I figured everything out, thinking that I basically landed on a generational wealth play and losing it all pretty much overnight. And that's when I was like, okay, clearly I need to change the way I'm thinking. Clearly, I don't know as much as I think I do. And I think at that time, I literally didn't know any better, right? So I just thought that this was never going to end and this is how it's always going to be. You're just going to keep making money every single day. And I think that was probably the biggest learning lesson in all of it is not really having a well-rounded mindset. And sometimes you got to learn through making mistakes. So during that period of time, I feel like where I grew the most was actually understanding what kind of businesses I like and what businesses that I don't like and really learning from my mistakes. So I started to kind of really peel back the onions. And one of the things I didn't like about any of the things I had done previously was like, I wasn't really building any skills that were transferable. Even if you think about like day trading, like there's not going to be really many skills from there that are going to be transferable into other types of businesses. So I really didn't like that some of the businesses that I started were not building on top of each other. So that was one of the things I really learned that I wanted to make sure I had in this next business. The other thing I wanted to do was provide some level of security and stability. And so a lot of the things that I tried, it seemed like it was extremely volatile. And that's when I kind of revisited and went back to like, hey, a boring business, a business that has been around and they're doing just fine. They're getting all the things that I wanted out of entrepreneurship. It just isn't as sexy as starting a new app. So during that period of time, my mindset shifted to what is the easiest thing that I could do, that I could figure out, that I maybe even have the skill set for. So as I started thinking about these things, I already knew I worked at a cleaning startup. I knew that it worked. I knew that it was boring. I knew that it was predictable. On top of that, technology had now advanced to the point where I could get into this just by myself. I really had success doing this very quickly. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't something where I was like struggling a ton right out the gate. I pretty much was cash flowing from month one and just built the business from there. So I kind of knew I was on the right track from the start. And I think that was one of the things that I really liked about this business. It's like, I think what gave me a lot of comfort was like, okay, I'm getting quick wins. I'm winning. Okay, this feels good. Let's just keep doing more of it. And I think that's where I started to realize like entrepreneurship can be done a different way. Kind of around that moment where people were starting to reach out to me, asking me, what was I doing? How did you do it? And that's when I realized that there is a lot of people who were in my same situation. And as I think back on a lot of the people I first helped, it's kind of surreal. And I think just having the one-on-one testimonial videos that I have with people, I start to realize over time that, okay, this is actually a lot bigger than me. That's where I think I get a lot of fulfillment, is like, I'd love to help more people realize that there is another option out there and feel like they can live the life that they want to live. Now, to this date, I've literally helped over 400 people accomplish this goal. Many of them have been hitting 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. We even have a person that do $100,000 a month in their cleaning business. However, what I'm most proud about, again, is the way everyone's life changed for the better. A lot of people glamorize what entrepreneurship is with like the car and the house and all those things. A lot of the people that I work with, they're usually trying to retire their wives, spend more time with their kids, invest in their kids' future, and that to me is the fulfilling part, where they feel like, okay, I can spend an afternoon with my daughter. I can go pick her up from school. So for anyone still listening to my story and still watching, I think the biggest lesson that I've learned from this whole journey of entrepreneurship, and I know it's cliche, but you can't give up. Even if you do something and it doesn't work out, you have to see that as a learning lesson to get to your next place. And I know a lot of people come into entrepreneurship for the outcome, but I think what you learn is the perspective through this whole journey. If there's one thing I want you to take away from my story, I just want you to know that it's possible. Because if it's possible and you can see that other people are doing it, there's no reason why you can't either. So that's my story. And the reason I'm telling you this isn't just so you know who I am. It's because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did, especially if you're trying to leave a 9 to 5, build a business, and be financially free. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.